I say a solid build has about 6,000 life. Wow. Okay, you guys ready for the Metamorph tier 15 on maximum? That's going to be fun. And I'm shocked here on this ground. I think he just one-shots me at some point. Hey, is this guy actually losing life? Is this guy actually losing life? Hello? Easy clap first try. Easy. Oh, nice. Whew. That's a tough encounter here early on. So, please, give me Flask. That would be nice. I need that Flask. Oh, the shield. Great. Love it. Best item EU West. Just kidding. It's the worst shit. Freaking 1 chaos, I guess. Because of this twin boss with 6 monsters, we have like freaking full unique boss now. Actually 2 parts here. Look at this. 2 parts is already max. Oh god, this is going to be one hard one. It's probably just going to switch between all these boss exiles. Oh god. Hey. Is this dude actually losing life? Sir? Sir, can you drop some life, please? Oh shit, I'm out of flasks. Hey, spawn some mobs. Sir, can you spawn some ads? See, just switching between the bosses. Legit. Oh no. Just kiting here. Oh no, Spectre throw. Oof. Got it. Earthquake. Dude, such a good player. Wow. Lifelink would be nice. Will die one shot with any skill? Probably. But I don't care, dude. We're just gonna try the Awakener. Travel to Sirius Citadel. Hey. That's some fucking nice portals. I want to have those. Okay. Everybody that told me they tried it already did about 1 to 2% damage, maybe 3 or 4% damage off his maximum life, by the way, before they wasted all 6 portals. We're gonna see. There he is. Oh. Oh, okay. Interesting. Let's go. First portal. Find Sirius. There's. Wait. What's this? Oh, defeat him. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Question is, where do I have to walk? The thing is getting bigger and bigger. Oh, it seems... Oh, okay. I understand. It's kind of circle. Here, the pepperonis. What we saw on Owl Encounter. And we're back. Okay, I failed at something. I don't fucking care. Okay. But, hey, this is looking good. We've done like 25% damage. All my friends already failed at this part, right? So, we're good. Yeah. Like, 4 deaths I had where I didn't even see where the fuck he is. But that's good. Doesn't matter. We lost track. Okay, now I probably can do the rest of my stones, because all of these need region 4 now. But hey, that was fun. Have fun on hardcore solo self-fun trying that one for the first time. No wonder they have like a $8,000 prize pool on this guy's head. Holy shit. Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today, more updates to the Bane Pop Occultist and also my Atlas progression. And today I want to talk a bit more specific about the Atlas, my progression, and I also tried the first Awakener, and it was, yeah, could have been better. Could have done better said. So, yeah. So, map showcase, no, because it's pretty much the same gear as yesterday, so we had that one yesterday. So I want to quickly go over my skill tree upgrade. This is a little bit bigger this time, a little bit about the gear upgrade, and then more specific about the Atlas. Alright, first things first, let's go about the gear upgrade. So, I did get finally a single target damage. So as I said earlier in the videos, you know, for low tier maps and mid tier maps and so on, it was absolutely no problem. But today I did a couple of tier 15 and also tier 16 maps, and I gotta say, holy shit, at some point we lack damage, and it's true. So what I did is what I explained in the 3.8 video already. I was taking a Cane of the Unraveling, and for some weird reason, it took 15 fusings, I think, or 20 fusings to get the thing 6-linked. It's kind of insane. It took like 40 for this and like 15 for this. Like, all I did was begging for a 5-link on both, and it worked that I got a 6-link. So maybe this is the reason how to do it, right? If you're always like begging for 5-link and click slowly and then bam 6-link, it's like insane RNG. So, good. What this means is, as soon as I hit the Metamorph boss, or a map boss, or a Conqueror or something, I just swap from my from my area of effect with the Chaos Explosion to the Cane of the Unraveling. Now just check my damage. Here on my Bane, I have 51,000 Chaos damage per second. This is just tooltip, so no despair, no minus Chaos resistance and all of that. No wither stacks, nothing. This is just tooltip, okay? 51,000, weapon swap, 82,000. So more than 30,000 tooltip DPS more just by gem swapping, because this gives me chaos damage over time multiplier and 2 level of all chaos skill gems. So my Bane is currently level 25. Actually 23, sorry. Level 23 already. So you see that just by weapon swapping I'm getting a bunch of DPS. And it also gives me a second 6-link, and I decided to go with a 6-linked Bane Blight setup. The reason why I choose Blight is simple. First of all, in my single target and my area of effect target setup, I have here spell totems that apply Wither. With Blight, I now choose to go with double spreading rod jewels, so my Blight now applies Wither as well. And the good thing about Blight is, it stacks tremendously. It can stack up 20 times. So if we just take a regular damage number, let's say let's take my current tooltip. This is just bullshit, you know, because no despair and blah blah blah. So let's say 27,000, right? So we put in 27,000 and I multiply this by 20 because I can have 20 stacks applied. This would be 540,000 DPS per second with my tooltip. This is like 5 times more than Bane. And this is what I said in the previous Essence Drain videos and so on. Blight has the absolute most damage of all Chaos kills, okay? The only difference is here, this only lasts for 2 seconds and I need to stand still to cast Blight, okay? In the other Essence Drain, Bane and so on, I just go there, curse it, max DPS for the next 4.5 seconds, right? Yeah, 4.5 seconds. And so what I do is, I cast my Bane. I know I have 4.5 seconds time to, if possible, just spam a little bit of Blight moving around, spam Blight, and it stacks up ridiculous, and my damage is like 4 times higher than it was before. And after like 4 seconds, I reapply Bane, and then I just keep on going like that. And this is how I do like more than 1 million Shaper DPS at the moment with this current gear. Yes, I know, it's getting kind of expensive with a double 6 link, but the rest of my items is still complete garbage bullshit. It's the items that I bought on the second day after going to maps. Look at this belt, for example. Life and triple resistance, but 12, 19, 24. I got this for a chaos, right? Rings, what is this? Double resistance with 6 life. Amulet. I wanted to have, I want to talk about the skill tree a little bit later, but I removed all of the top cluster because I anointed corruption. The amulet that I had before was worth like a jeweler orb. It was not even worth a chaos, you know. It just had 70 life and 6 all resistance. Complete garbage. And that's why I didn't want to use my black oils in that one, so I decided I was not sure what to take, and I'm pretty much res capped without the amulet, right? And that's why I said, like, you know what, let's just take Hibiscus, throw the corruption on it, whatever. Obviously, any kind of rare amulet with life resistance is better than this one, okay? But since I'm mapping a lot at the moment, I just thought like maybe we got some funny or lucky drop or something like that. Boots, still the same shit. 20% movement speed, double 20 res and 70 life. Absolute garbage items. Still, the damage is kind of insane. As soon as I got this set up, the bosses are now melting. Metamorph bosses, you know, I spam some Blight. As soon as I see his life bar, Bane, I keep on going. I have Val Blight. As soon as the stacks are up, 1 Val Blight, everything in the screen explodes here, and the bosses is dead. And I had today a couple of tier 3 Conquerors, and I could see the damage before with my obliterations. Took like 3 minutes to kill the boss. As soon as I had this one, it took me less than a minute to kill the same boss. So 4 times more DPS, if not more. It's kind of insane. Good. What's the next step here? Skill tree. So I swapped away with the power charges. Power charges, I noticed this is getting asked quite often here. mbX, why do we have power charges? You're a non-crit build. The reason for that is the small node over here that gives you spell damage, and also the max power charges here. It gives me area of effect and spell damage. So for every power charge, I get more area of effect and more spell damage. And my Bane scales off spell damage. Modifiers to spell damage apply to this skill's damage over time effect. So it has a reason, not about the crit, just about the area of effect and the spell damage. Why did I go away from that one? I still was running around 3k life, going into tier 13, 14 maps, and I was dying quite often in the high tier maps. So I decided, you know what, let's remove all the left side cluster with a power charge. Let's remove the right side with the power charge. And since I anointed the top side now, I could get away with all of these nodes here. So it saved up like 30 points. And I decided to go for the bottom life cluster here. And this jewel slot here. And also this life cluster here. And now I'm getting some respectable life. I know it's still shitty life, but yeah, my ring 6 life, no life. So I think with reasonable life gear, I would probably be about 5.5, 6,000 life, which is quite nice. And I also took the dark arts because I'm dual wielding, not on single target. This is just for mapping, right? And I have a lot of reduced cooldown recovery speed of my movement skill, so I can pretty much flame dash all the time, which speeds up my mapping experience. Alright, what else did I change on the skill tree? Not a lot. Basically, removing the power charges, removing the top side, and going into the life cluster. So, as I said, this is a diary, right? So there is no finished path of building yet. Every day I'm finding new things, I'm finding new stuff, and I try to adjust my skill tree based on the type of content that I'm doing. Yes, it was totally fine to run low tier maps, mid tier maps with the bullshit gear I had, but now since I'm going into high tier maps, into the late game content, I find out I need more life, I need more damage, so I took more life, I took more damage, and this is what we're gonna do in the next couple days as well, right? Every time I feel like I need to adjust my build because it cannot do certain things, or I'm dying too often or something, I'm going to adjust that. So in the matter of about the next couple of days maybe, I maybe be able to give you a final update on the live version of the build. Because then I want to try out CI and low life. 2 reasons for that. Low life, obviously, because of the pain attunement, 30% more spell damage, and I could potentially, with good gear, could get up to like 2 million Bane DPS, right? Why do I try to CI? There is a new mod that is on any of these chests. I think it was the Warlord or Hunter's chest, that gives you a mod that says enemies killed explode, dealing 3% of maximum life as physical damage. What that would mean is we currently have 52% chance to explode enemies thanks to the Profane Bloom and thanks to the Obliteration Winds. So if I would go CI, taking these, I don't know, Hunter's Chest or whatever it is, with the mod enemies killed explode, this is a 100% chance. Not 52 like we have it right now, it's a 100% chance. So that means that the chain reactions will even be bigger. And I don't have to play with dual obliterations anymore, because I already have a 100% chance to explode enemies. And I could go either with the Cane of the Unraveling, or later on with some very nice currency invested, with some nice dual-wielding Wends, with chaos skills and damage over time multiplier. So my damage in mapping will be 10 times higher, and I have a 100% chance to explode things, okay? This is something I really want to take into account, going CI with a nice energy shield chest with this mod. Or the low life version with the Chevron's wrappings and going pain attunement for even more damage. We're gonna see about that. Alright, that's for the update on the build. Let's talk about the Atlas and what I could find out today. What is my current progress? At the moment, all of my new Conquerors that I could spawn need level 4 or higher. What does that mean? Level 4 or higher region means I need 4 stones in here. So I could potentially spawn the monsters of Tinner's End, because I have 4 stones in here and I have 4 stones in here. So with those 4 stones, I have 2 regions with 4 stones, means my Awakener level is level 2. If I would have the next region with 4 stones, I would have level 3, which grants me chances to get Elder Guardian maps, Shaper Guardian maps, additional Atlas base type drop from unique bosses, and so on. But this is not about the Awakening bonus and so on. It's more about how to spawn your Atlas, because I know not a lot of people are on my stage at the moment. They're maybe at the white maps trying to get into mid-tier maps. And that's why I want to talk about how to spawn those Conquerors to get those Watchstones. Basically, I have here 2 regions, this one, or 3 regions on the right side. I'm currently focusing on the left side, as you see. I have here 3 regions that have not a single Watchstone in here. So what it means is you start mapping, and at one map in whatever region, when you just randomly map, you're gonna find this citadel. That means you're gonna kill the boss, and at some point there will spawn a portal with a citadel. You enter the citadel, you talk to Sanar, and you'll unlock this watchtower here, right? So this happens in every single region here. What you do next is you're gonna just run maps in that region, and then it will one of these bosses will spawn and tell you to fuck off, right? And then you keep on running in this, and the first time you meet him, you will get a colored area now. Let's say it's a red area, right? The red boss spawns and tells you to fuck off. Then this area here, this whole segment will be red. And that means you keep on running maps in this area, different maps in this area. And after the 3rd time he finds you or tells you to go away, Sana, or at least Kirok, will give you a quest to talk to Sana. And Sana then will tell you, here, take this portal and defeat this guy. Alright, then you get the Watchstone, and then you can socket this one in. So how does it look like? Let's say you defeated this guy for the first time, you got your first Watchstone, and you socket it into here. That means that all your maps now will get, or some maps will turn into yellow tier maps. They were white before. And this is how you can push into yellow tier maps. You need your Atlas completion, so maps will be able to drop higher tiers. So if I say like I remove this, this map is tier 4, this map is tier 5, for example. So I have a bunch of these tier 4 and 5 maps, so I socket this one in. And now these maps can roll higher. That means I'm still running the white map in this zone, but the watchstone is in here. That means I am able to drop yellow tier maps. And this happens to all the regions. And the regions are kind of different. That means if I'm able to, let's take this stone out here and socket it into the second region, means you found your second dude, right? Then if I run this map, I can also drop this map here, right? So you're gonna find more and more yellow tiers. The most important thing here to notice is, let's say you have not this watchstone in here, and you run a mid-tier map, let's say a higher one, basically Dunes level 7, and then all of a sudden you drop a pit map level 4. So let's do this again. I socket this one in, I run the Dunes map, and I find a pit map. It will now be tier 7 because I have in this region the watchstone. So I can only drop maps that I have unlocked with the watchstone, right? That means also, how can I explain this the easiest way? You will not be able to find a yellow pit map if you don't have one in here. And this counts for everything. The next thing is, let's say you have the first watchstone and you have the quest open, you need to find the second watchstone in this area, for example. The next thing you do is, you need to run these map types, okay? It will not spawn if you run pit map at level 4. You need to have this one socket in, and now you run the level 7 map. You need to run the active maps that you have the watchstone in. And now you will be able to spawn the next conqueror. And it will tell you here, you need region level 2, level 3 or something. That means how many watchstones do you have in this area. So, okay, that means for the next part, let's say you've done all of that, the most important thing here is it's easy to see, okay? Here is white maps, here is yellow maps. You take a third watchstone, easy clap. It now becomes red here. All easy, right? Some yellow, some red here. Harder, it gets way harder once you have on your stage 3 or 4, because here, this is a good thing to show. This is cluster number 2 that I'm going to explain in a second. So cluster number 2 are these maps here, right? So I pick a couple of these maps, and I could run them potentially, but this is Tropical Island level map tier 11. On my Atlas, it is map tier 14, right? So both are high tiers, but this one is 14, this one is 11. So I will not be able to spawn the Conqueror here because my map is too low. So what I need to do is, I have 4 stones in here, I'm going to run all my tier 12, 13, whatever. So here Waterways, for example, this now is level 16, my version is level 13. But when I run level 13 maps in this higher Atlas, in the upgraded one, and with the bonus objectives, I will now be able to drop certain tier 14 or tier 15 maps that are able to do here, right? And when I have a tier 15 map, I can then get tier 16 maps. So you need to pay attention what watchstones you have in there and what you can find. You know, so let's say I move those here away and I get this back to low tier, right? That means if I'm running now this map, a Tropical Island tier 14, I could get a freaking pit map 4 because I don't have a watchstone in here. If I do the same now, I get this back in, I run this tier 14 map, then I would drop a tier 7 pit map if I get the luck and find it, or bad luck. I have 2 watchstones in, pit map is now level 10, means if I run the same atoll level 14, for example, I could drop the pit 10. And not anything lower. It depends what is your current state of the watchstones in here, okay? Hopefully this helps. Another thing that I think is pretty cool, and how I did this, so you have all your maps in your map tab, for example, right? What I did is, when I was running tier 1 maps or low tier, mid tier, or now I'm running only high tier maps because of the experience of the drops and for the progression and to drop higher tier maps. What I did is I was taking out every single map that I had and split them into segments. The way I did this is I was just making a screenshot. I have this somewhere over here, just a screenshot, and I wrote down the numbers of the current segment. And I based this off my atlas here. This is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is exactly the number that I have here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I take all my red tiers together, or yellow tiers or whatever, and then I have them in my inventory. And in the start it's a little bit weird. Okay, let's try this with some mid-tier maps. Let's just take all these mid-tier maps so I can show you how I made my progression here. So let's take these here, and these here. These are all my tier 6 maps, right? Some of them now they will shine up anyways. So the thing is, I'm counting now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines. So I see what is this. This is on the bottom side, and I know based off my screenshot, this is section number 7. So I take this one, put it to the side, and count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Then I take the next map. This is region number 1. So I count here 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So next one, this one also region 1, putting over here. Next one, this is region number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 again, this bottom side. So I take this, put it to region number 7. Then we have here region number 6, so I put it over here. Okay, and this is what you do with all your maps. And then it looks like this. I have here some map tabs here with I call it a segment or region, never mind. So I know these 2 maps are belonging to the upper side of area. Then number 2, this is here, okay? And then when I say like, okay, like I have now, I have absolutely no influence. I want to spawn the next guardian. So the first thing I do is I take a look at my stash tabs here, and I see where do I have a lot of maps here. So in segment 3 I have nothing. 4 is 1, 5 is a lot of maps. So I can check, okay, what is region number 5? It is the one on the bottom left side. So now I check here on the atlas, what is region number 5, the one on the left side. I see, okay, I need level 4 or higher. So I take all my watchstones and socket them in the bottom region. Now I pick all my maps here. And just pick all your maps, throw them on the right side, because every time you run a map, you're gonna find new maps. So the inventory is filled up from left to right side. That means if I'm now just putting all of these onto the left side, I'm safe that I can run these maps. And every time I find new maps, if it's low tier or mid tier, I put it back in my map stash tab. And if it's high tier, after a couple of maps, let's say I found like 5 new high tiers, then I do the same thing. I open my atlas, my inventory, I browse over and sort them back in the based region tab. And this is how I can easily say, okay, I'm on this. I have a lot of region 1 maps, so I socket them in based on the requirements. I pick up every single tier 1 map and I start grinding until I get higher maps or spawn the Conqueror. I kill the Conqueror, then I put all the maps back in. So this was region number, god damn it, let me check, region number 5. So once I've done and killed the Conqueror, I put in all the maps again from the tier 5 and I start over again. I check again, what do I have a lot of maps of, and go in for the next. At the moment for me it's a little bit harder, because now I need to check from the different region where do I have the highest tier. I don't have a lot of high tier maps with 4 watchstones in there. That means for me that I just gonna pick up the part where I have the most, which is probably segment 5. This is the bottom side here. So I'm going to socket all 5 in here. So I will be able to drop tier 16, tier 14, tier 15 maps. And I'm just going to run all of these maps and hope for a good map sustain. And don't forget to do your Atlas quests here, and your Delve, because they will also give you maps. The deeper you go in Delve, for example, or your Alvar Temple and so on, is all sources of map sustain. Oof, that was a lot of talking. I hope I could clarify a lot of this atlas. And yeah, this strategy helped me quite a lot to get a lot of watchstones, and I'm now on the last phase. I kind of reached the end game for me now, because I need to get all the watchstones in region 4, that means up to tier 16. And I'm also like 20 something maps missing, that is currently tier 14 or 15 or 16 to finish the whole atlas completion. And then once I've done that, then I can start doing the complete awakeness bonus. And this is the same thing, but you need to run the map on the highest tier, and then like here, awakening bonus, complete this map at tier 14 with awakening level 2. That means I have level 2, I need to just complete this map as 14, and I get 1 more bonus over here. Sometimes Let me check here. Awakening bonus, complete this map at tier 15 with awakening level 5. So even if I get this one done on tier 15, I will not get the awakening bonus because my awakening bonus here is level 2 and not level 5. And how do I get level 5? I need 5 segments with more than with 4 watchstones in there. Okay, there's a lot of information I know, but I hope it helps you with your journey around the Conquerors of the Atlas. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and see you on the next video.